Hi, my name is Colin. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are on episode 8 in my music career series, How to Become an Audio Engineer and How is Life Like Being an Audio Engineer. So I want to start with a question. What does an audio engineer do? An audio engineer is someone who records and mixes music for musicians in a studio. More than 90% of the time, they will be using a software called Pro Tools and set up microphones to help you record in a studio. Their role is very important because they're the ones who give the music the final touch. Their skill set definitely takes time to learn because there are so many plugins like Waves plugin and Ozone. And once you buy the plugins, you also need to spend a lot of time to learn how to use it efficiently and properly. Secondly, it takes time to build ear training skills. For those of you who are classically trained, ear training might mean being able to hear chord inversions, rhythm, and intervals, but for audio engineer, it actually means something very, very different. For audio engineer, ear training means if you're able to hear the right balance between tracks. And it sounds easy, but it definitely takes a lot of time to build your ear training. Of course, they also have to learn how to read sheet music and MIDI data. They have to also be able to communicate in musical terms like meter changes, tempo changes, chord changes, and key center. So from what I told you, the job might sound very interesting. You might be wondering, do I need to go to school to learn all these skill sets? The answer is yes or no. You can really go both ways to become an audio engineer. I have seen people who are self-taught and then they went to Avid's office to certify Pro Tools and find a job working in a studio. I also see people who went to school to get a bachelor degree in audio engineer and ending up working in a studio. So I just feel like you can really go either way, going to school or not, and still end up working the same job. This job is very exciting in my opinion. For instance, for film and game scoring sections, there are always at least 3 audio engineers who in charge to record, set up microphones, and mix the orchestral music during the sections. Also, if you work in a small studio, it's still very exciting to work for freelance musicians and celebrities because you get to hear their music firsthand before the music is released online. In the professional world, as an audio engineer, you have to know how to record, mix, and master. You have to know all three. Now, you might be wondering, I know what recording and mixing means, but what is mastering means? So for film and game scoring, when the audio engineer gets the final mix for dialogues, sound effects, and music, he or she is the one put together everything, line up properly, and make sure it shows the right balance between the three. In terms of salary, usually an audio engineer assistant makes about 50K in a studio. And then if you're the top audio engineer, you can make somewhere up to 200K in the Hollywood level. So I think the pay is pretty decent in this career. Aside from recording, mixing, and mastering music with sound effect and dialogue, you can also use the same skill set to record and edit voice for broadcast and video games. If you go to school, you can also take additional classes in sound design for games and media. However, this is not really music related anymore, even though you're using the same software and plugins, but it's definitely an option you can go if you're going to school. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. If you have any questions, leave your comments below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. I look forward to see you guys on episode 9, how to become a film composer, and how is life like being a film composer.